Feeling better? Yeah. Surprisingly, I was able to rinse out my mouth pretty thoroughly. Were you? That's good. How about you get a drink when you're out here? So, Shinozaki, while I was out here, I came across a room in the back that I'd kind of like to check out. I'll go with you. Well, damn right you're going with me! That's probably for the best. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, especially after all that, you're going with me. I don't care. We're shitting together, we're pissing together, and you're following me everywhere, and you're gonna like it, because otherwise you're gonna die. Unlock it. Yes. The key was so rusted and brittle that it instantly snapped as soon as it was turned. Fortunately, it had already done its job. Well, Bayumi, you now learn your lesson to not try occult-related things if you get out of this alive. Hopefully. Oh boy. Another bucket. Why is it? Is it? I hope that's rust and not like blood or anything. The valve wheel is labeled drainage. Turn it. Yes. I wonder how many dead bodies we're gonna find in the pool. So many Mr. Buckets everywhere. Oh, Mr. Bucket. Balls pop out of my mouth for Mr. Bucket. Yeah, dead bodies, totally. Lots of dead bodies. No wonder that the water tasted horrid. It's the corpse of a very tiny individual being pickled in this filthy brine for so long seems to have bloated its skin into a patchwork of pustules. Ugh. Patchwork of pustules. Say that 5 times fast. It's the body of a female student, rotting and decayed. Ugh. 4 dead bodies. Based on size, this appears to be a body of a high schooler. Long-term exposure to the dirty, contaminated water has left it quite a mess. It's the body of a female student, rotting and decayed. God damn. Lots of victims. Hirune Tanaka. Izome Junior High School, Class 2-6, drowned after friend was killed by child spirit. I thought it said at first child support. It was killed by child support. It's like, what? Tsukasa Tsuruda. Hakuru number 3, Junior High School, Class 1-4, collapsed into pool while searching for Big Brother. 13. Kanzuki Sato, Distant Futures Elementary School, Class 4-3, lost footing near pool, hit head and fell in, drowned, age 9. Oh, damn. Shibagami Private Senior High School, Class 1A, Mitsuki Kamijo, accosted from behind and thrown into pool, 16. Damn. Oh, let's read this letter up here. I removed the wheel from the water pump and threw it into the pool. Hopefully that'll keep anyone from finding the little treasure I left in the spigot. That bitch killed my friends. She can spend eternity without a tongue for all I care. Wow. It's essentially an oversized fulfilling. Okay. Can I look in here? The dim lights around you are reflecting off of something deep inside the drainage grate. Let's try to fish it out. What is this thing? Some kind of handle? Acquired rusted valve wheel. Alright, so now we can try to attach it to this thing, I guess. Maybe? No? Not that? God, imagine how gross it would be for a pool, like a swimming pool, to have like dead bodies rotting in it and just like turning to soup. It's gotta be disgusting. A crude label written on a piece of tape attached to the device reads, water pump. Right below it, there's a slot for some sort of lever or handle. Yeah, let's attach the wheel. Child support, the other horror. Ugh, that's as far as it's gonna go. I think it's too rusted to turn anymore. Okay, so what did that do? Oh, that! It's a small hemp bag stained with copious amounts of blood. It seems to have fallen from the spigot. An elementary schooler student ID name tag is attached to it. Heavenly Host Elementary School, Class 1-6, Tokiko Tsuji. The bag appears to contain a severed human tongue. Ugh. It's a girl's name. Acquired Tokiko's tongue. Alright, we have a tongue. Is this our second tongue? Second tongue? Third tongue? I don't remember already. Regardless, we have a tongue. So I want to save. Especially after all that. Where's the girl? Can I just walk up to her? Or, yes. There they are. Which one do we give it to? Whoop! Her. Get back, get back. Give me back my eye. Oh. How am I supposed to know whose tongue we've got? Pull out the tongue bag? Sure. Please be the right one. Tokiko Tsuji. This is yours, isn't it? I'm giving it back. Offered the spirit to Kiko's tongue. Hiss. Uh-oh. Do we pick the wrong girl? The deep black socket where the girl's spirit left eye once sat transfixes Ayumi's gaze and begins slowly expanding in size. Uh-oh. I fucked up. I fucked up. Can't move my body. The girl's socket continues to grow, slowly and methodically enveloping Ayumi until only blackness remains. The world vanishes into nothingness as the empty cavity becomes an all-encompassing void, blotting out the whole of existence. Suddenly in the distance, a tiny white face breaks through the darkness, shining with its own unnatural light. Oh boy. Face seems distorted, as if being viewed through water. Its expression shifts and wobbles for a bit, until finally, with some effort, the image clears. You've seen this face before. Somebody, please, help! Two tongues and an eye. Well, I can give the tongue to the other one then, maybe? Maybe? Or do I need the head as well? I don't know. No, you know what? I think we're not going to find the half a head because I believe in the article or the newspaper or whatever clipping where when they found the bodies, they found the head next to it. So, like, the half a head was found. So I think we just have to return the tongues. So the other one needs an eye and a tongue. I need the other one. Let's try this one. She's got no head above her chin. How am I supposed to know whose tongue we've got? Might as well, the other one killed us. The little girl's spirit is staggering towards Ayumi, blood gushing up from her gaping cross-section of head as she walks. Please be the right one. Tokiko Tsuji! Yep. This is yours, isn't it? I'm giving it back. Offered the spirit to Kiko's tongue. Sputter, cough, cough. What happened? The other ghost is headed this way. We have to run. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna go run and save. Okay. I bet you they deliberately did that just to fuck with people. They were just like, everyone's gonna go to the most obvious ghost, so we're gonna make the headless one the correct one. And just be a dick about it. Well, see, the person with the half a head missing also had their tongue cut out. And the head was found with the body when the incident happened, so all she really needs is her tongue, and this fucking girl's coming. So. Oh shit! Let's go follow her. Oh boy. Here we go again. We gotta find an eye next, probably. Where the hell's it gonna take us this time? Where your friend was splattered. The floorboards beneath that wall. Right under her globby entrails. Where the floor dips and the blood pools. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Smelly, smelly, icky, icky. Get in there good and dig it out. Damn. I'm getting a good laugh out of this, you sick son of a bitch. God, if that's where it is. I'm not sure we can ever bring ourselves to get it. Is someone there? Oh god, it's Morishige! Morishige, you're alive! Ah, Kishinuma. And the class rep too. I'm very glad to see both of you both safe and sound. Oh yeah, we're safe, sane, and fine. Dandy, thanks for showing up. Hmm? What happened? It's a long story. So where have you been? I was in the second wing until a short while ago, but suddenly lost consciousness. And when I woke up here, it felt as if the air had somehow changed. Oh yes, and I did briefly cross paths with Mochida and his sister.
本当か。あいつらも無事なのか。
You did? So they're okay too? They are.
妹がはぐれてたみたいだけど。
Though when I next ran into Mochida's sister, it seemed she and her brother had parted ways. Morishige? What is that in your hand? Uh-oh. Morishige appears to be grasping a blood-soaked pouch in his hands. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he go through her body? Does he know that's Mayu? He doesn't know it's Mayu. Fuck.
これ、この先の通路の床下で。
Oh, this? I, found it under the floorboards in the
見
hallway.
つけたんだけど。
Just up these stairs. Oh, Morishige, you sick son of a
何かのま
bitch.
じない？こ
It
れ
is some kind of charm. Do you want it?
じゃあ渡しとくよ。俺は今人探しでそれどころじゃないんだ。
Please take it. I'm merely searching for a certain someone, so I have no need for charms at the present time. Received another tongue bag from Morishige. As with the others, there's a student ID name tag attached to the front. Heavenly Host Elementary School, Class 5-2, Yuki Kano.
じゃあ、
Well, I should be going now.
その目は
Is something wrong, class rep? You look like you've seen a ghost. Oh my god,
そうだ。
Morishige.
持田が一の A で待ち合わせしようって言ってたよ。
Ah yes, one more thing. Mochida said we should all try to meet in classroom 1A.
Oh.
Okay. Fuck.
多分よ。
I'm guessing.
鈴本のいるあの場所じゃなくて。
It wasn't from, you know, Suzumoto's spot.
近くの床にでも転がってたんだろう。これ。じゃなきゃよ。なあ。
Maybe it shifted over a few feet and he got it from there. I mean, if he didn't, then... That really freaked me out. Did you see his hands? They were covered in blood. Well, that's a thing. So we have Yuki's tongue. So we can go give it back to the last girl. I do want to save real quick though, because of that whole encounter. He is a total freak. I wonder how he's gonna react when he finds out that's Mayu. Like, he's gotta eventually find out, right? Someone's gotta spit it out eventually. There you go. Get back! Get back! This girl's missing an eye. All we got is a tongue. Is that going to be enough? What do we do? Pull out the tongue bag? No. The girl lowers her head and begins rocking slowly back and forth. Yuki Kano? This is for you. It is yours, isn't it? Offered the tongue. But I said no. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. Whatever.
すげえ。やったな、篠崎。これで3人か。
We did it. We did it, Shinozaki. All 3 of them.
赤い服の。
Uh-oh. All that's left is the one girl, and Nayumi's like, no, no more. Every time I talk to these ghosts, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to death myself. Do you have any idea what that's like? I keep picturing how I'll look when I'm dead, and I'm not even trying. It just pops into my head all on its own, and it's such a horrible image. I want to go home. I just want to go home, back to my mom and my sister. Mochida.
篠崎。
Shinozaki.
わかった。次。
Alright.
俺がやるからよ。
Next one is mine then. Okay? Oh,
しっかり。
so just try to pull yourself together. Whoa. God damn it, not again. This one's big too. Oh boy. Oh, the journal. The diary is being written in. Oof.
失ってたのか。
Was I knocked out?
どこだ
Where
ここは。
am I? What? Wait. Wait a minute. What? What? Where? Are we back in the normal classroom?
ここ。俺らの教室。
Is this our classroom?
マジかよ。
For real?
篠崎。しっかりしろよ。おい。
Hey, wake up! She's breathing,
息はしてるな。
at least.
篠崎。おい。起きろよ。
Shinozaki, come on, wake up already. Why do you always cough when you wake up? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you first wake up and the first thing you do is you're like, like, I just imagine. Like someone with terrible allergies or something. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you're sick, yes, but like, it's like anytime she lays down, anytime something happens, she's coughing. She's coughing and whining and crying. Of all people to escape this nightmare, why her first, I have no idea. Did her temper tantrum work? Note to self. Huh? What?
見てみろよ、周り。俺も信じらんねえんだけど。
Take a look around you. I can hardly believe it myself, but here we are. No way. We're back? For real? Is this really our school? It's gotta be a
マジ
catch.
だよ。ほら、俺の机だ。
It's really real. Check it out. Here's my desk.
ってこと
Mine
は
too. I can hardly believe it, so it's true. Yeah, we made it. We're home. We're home.
しゃあ、ざま
Fuck yeah! Suck on that, world! They were just all skipping through it automatically. But nobody else is back. Guess there's no Satoshi or Miss Yui or anyone else, huh? The needle on the clock in the hall is pointing to 8 and there's not a soul in sight. Okay. But outside? Nope. Here? The shelves are filled with personal effects belonging to the Class 2-9 primary and assistant homeroom teachers.
自分家の猫用の缶詰を置いとくのはどう考えても
Miss Yui has cans of cat food in
だ
there.
よな
I'm not sure that's the sort of thing she should be storing in the classroom, though. There's a kitty in here? I didn't meet a kitty. There are various notebooks inside with labels like 2-9 day duty log and attendance roster. It's stacked with teaching materials, including the remote for the overhead projector. Culture festival in full swing. Let's sell us some red bean soup like there's no tomorrow. Day duty, Atsubo Harada. We're collecting to buy a bouquet of flowers for our dear friend Suzume, who will be leaving us for a new school after the festival. 300 yen per person. Contact Ayumi Shinozaki for payment. And she's dead. I never thought I'd live to see home again. Okay. So...
Satoshi やゆい先生たちは帰ってきてねえのか
Guess there's no Satoshi or Miss Yui or anyone else, huh? What am I doing? I can't do anything? Can I check my desk? No? Okay. Venturing out in search of others, you find that even the janitor has likely gone home. The lights are out and the halls are pitch black. Only the red glow of the light next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite from the quaint, quiet darkness of the school hallway. Standing around the darkened corridors of our school building at 8 in the evening just feels so surreal. As the thunder and rain grow in intensity, the windows begin to condensate with moisture, turning white in contrast to the corridor's sea of black.
これ現実か
Is this reality?
さっきまでのは夢だったんじゃないか
Was everything up until now just a dream?
どこで何やってんだろう
Where am I right now? And what am I doing? Uh-oh.
どうした篠崎
Shizaki, what's wrong? Uh-oh. What the fuck is that? What just happened? What the hell is this? It's not over, is it? Why isn't it over? Why? Damn it. Oh. Hello? We gave you your tongue back. It's you? Oh god. Go back! Don't come any closer! It was a rainy evening after school. Just like this one. On the day I was kidnapped. I remember I had a fight with my mom that morning. Why is she telling us this?
わかんねえよ。
I have no idea. I didn't want to see her face. So after school, I decided that instead of going home, I'd park myself in the outdoor walkway for a little and watch the rain. That's when Mr. Yoshikazu showed up. He sat down next to me. I told him all about my fight with Mom, and he listened really closely and just kept saying, uh-huh, uh-huh. He was sick and couldn't speak much, but he was a very kind man. I really liked him. But then... Uh-oh. You... too... I'm so sorry. She's so tiny. She must be... 5th grader. Yuki Kano, right? Thank you for what you did back there. For making the effort to help those of us who were killed in that school.
結局成仏はできたのか。なんでお前まだいるんだよ。
Didn't we succeed though? Why are you still here? You didn't. But we returned your tongues. We gave you back the ability to tell your story. And we even got your murderer to repent for what he did. Is it just that you can't forgive him, no matter what? Appeasing us isn't about forgiveness. It doesn't matter if we forgive or not. Repentance is between the criminal and the victim. It's the sole act capable of moving us. And we exist as fragments of the sacred ground upon which heavenly host is sealed. I believe that moving us is your best course of action. But it's not enough. His repentance just wasn't enough. So you're saying his words, the words spoken by the doll, weren't good enough to appease you? That's not... Spit it out, girl. You got a tongue now. Hmm?
で、なんだよ。
So, what then?
なんだって無関係の人間を何人も何人も閉じ込めてるんだ。
Why do you feel the need to trap one innocent stranger after another in that godforsaken place?
俺たちをあそこに呼び寄せたのはお前ら子供の幽霊たちだろ。
You child spirits are the ones who summoned us there, aren't you?
それは違います。
That's not true.
と
The hell you mean by that?
私たちは異空間をつなぎ止める歯車に過ぎなくて。
We're just the cogs that hold the closed
鈴本
spaces
殺したじゃね
together.
えかよ。
But you killed Suzimoto, didn't you? Wait. Huh?
もう少し
Let's hear her out.
お姉さんたちだけでも無事に遅れてよかったです。
I'm just glad I was able to get even the two of you back to safety.
なんで急に俺たちを気遣うような言い方すんだよ。
Why the hell are you suddenly so concerned about
私
us?
のお姉ちゃんに聞いたことがある。
I heard a situation like this from my sister once.
強い未練を残したまま暴力的に命を搾取された霊魂は
A lost soul whose life was ended violently and abruptly, leaving her with a mountain of worries and
普通の
regrets.
人で言うところの錯乱状態に近い状態でとどまってしまうって
It's kind of like stopping short at the edge of
いろ
madness.
んな感情や思いがごちゃ混ぜになってしまっているから
With all sorts of thoughts and feelings swirling around in your
本来
head.
の優しい心と聖者への妬みや敵意の気持ちとをコントロールできずに感情がくるくる変わるって
Your kindly nature and your sudden hatred and panic begin to spin around and around, and you just start acting out without any sort of control.
お前の姉さんって霊能師
Your sister's some kind of medium or something?
ちょっと違うけど
Yeah, something like that. So what you're saying is, this little girl and the creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin.
だったらお願い
I feel for you. I really do. So please, please, bring the rest of them back. Mochida, Miss Sushido, and everyone else too. Bring them all back home.
できるんでしょ
Come on, you could do it, right?
もうそれ
I
は
don't
無理だと思います
think that's possible anymore. Why not?
あの空間は
Those closed spaces have eaten a lot of innocent
命
souls.
を食べ過ぎました
Far too many, in fact.
あそこで死んだ人たちの恨みの念がもう満員だから
The grudges of those who died there have filled every last corner of them. There's no room left.
行き場をなくした悲しい思いたちの影響で全ての霊が
And because the agony and pain has nowhere else to
わずかに
go,
残った理性を失い始めています
it's begun feeding on the minds and souls like us who are bound there.
私だって
It
もう
won't be
生
long
きてる人をただ無差別に襲うだけの怨霊になってしまいます
before I turn back into a vengeful spirit who attacks people like you without mercy. Oh, so they're acting against their better judgment as well. They're being controlled. By who?
あなたも味方してくれなくなるのね
So, we're going to lose you as an ally then.
だったらなおさら急がなきゃ
So why don't you just hurry up and bring them home right now?
持田君たちを助ける方法はないの
Isn't there any way for us to save Mochida and the others?
一つだけあります
There may be one way.
どうするんだよ。
What is it?
お兄さんも知っている 場所へ戻って
I think you already know. You have to return to the closed spaces.
私たち天神小学校の児童4名誘拐殺害事件被害者の
Find all 4 of us Heavenly Host serial kidnapping and murder
みんなを
victims.
成仏させてくれれば歯車を失った異空間は多分消えてなくなります
And put all of us to rest. Then the closed spaces won't have their cogs anymore, and they should begin to fade from
そ
existence.
うすればもしかしたら
And you just might get your friends back.
あそこへ戻るのかよ
You expect us to go back?
それに
せっかく残りあと1人だと思ってたのに
済んだつもりのお前ら3人も成仏してなかったしよ
And this time, instead of having one person left to appease, we have to go back to the drawing board and appease all 4 of you?
どうしてさっき口ごもったの成仏できなかった理由
Why couldn't you tell us the reason our previous efforts weren't good enough? What is there to hide?
それは
It's just
思い出したくないんです
something I don't want to remember, but
どうしても知りたいのなら教えますあの時のこと
if you really want to know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything that happened. Yuki's spirit gently took hold of Ayumi's hand, and in an instant their 2 beings seemed to merge together into a single mind. Uh-oh. What's going... Ah!
篠崎
Shinuzaki? It hurts. It hurts. Uh-oh. Huh?
どうなったの私
What happened to me? Oh, she get to see what happens?
意識がある
Didn't I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now?
真っ暗だし体が動かない
I can't see a thing, and I can't move.
なんか疲れた時になる金縛りみたい
It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired. Sleep paralysis, I think. Oh. Oh! Oh!
ここは
Where?
体が
Why can't I move?
犯行現場で唯一生き残った赤いワンピースの女児篠崎幸子
Sachiko Shinuzaki, the little girl in the red dress, and the only survivor of the horrific murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School.
幸子の家族は事件後怯えるように他県へ移っていったとされている
Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here. Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinuzaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes the stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, it stands no reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus for public interest, with all other details fading into the background. So of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had. What? So who was she? I can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess. But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and 2 girls in here, aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during the incident, but they're still alive. Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot and just sprawled out on the floor, and so am I. That's the real reason I can't move. Somebody please save me. Uh-oh. 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 Oh shit. Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me. And since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfold either. That just makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. The helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared, it feels like my head's going to explode. What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded? Untie me! Cut the ropes! I want to be able to use my hands and feet, please! Please! I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response was the man walking away from me. In order. Okay. Oh boy. In order. Uh-oh. Shit. I've never heard screaming like this before. It's pure, primal terror cutting through the air like a perfect sine wave. It's the boy at the end. Oh yeah, he gets his head chopped in half. It feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now. My God, what the hell is he doing to him? You know what he's doing to him! He's cutting his tongue out and chopping his head off. Oh God. No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? It's been at least half an hour now. Those inhuman screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside have finally come to a halt. 30 minutes of screaming. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is the next to scream for her life, and the symphony goes on. God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh no, the boy... Wait, the boy had his tongue cut out. It was the girl who had her head chopped. That's right, it was the girl. So the boy lost a tongue. Then the one girl had her tongue and her head removed. Like the top part of her head, like from here up, removed. And then the girl who Ayumi is seeing through had her eye and her tongue removed. Ugh. Is it still going on? Come on, just die already. Die already? God, what is wrong with me? You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noises stopped and the room grew quiet again. Uh-oh. Where next? Those footsteps are getting closer. All my hair is standing on end at this point. Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen, like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea. In order. God, why am I relieved? Wait, which means it's my turn now. Ah! Someone's got me by the hair. They're pulling my head up and taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer. The 4 missing children were found in a basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary School, unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an unhumanly horrific sight. Based upon evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part. However, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent. The official cause of death for the 3 murdered children has been listed as loss of blood following removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even so pleasant, if you can believe it. The following details have been extrapolated from the information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by news outlets. These details of the crime are based on the official police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors, then had many of his internal organs forcefully dug out. That was the boy. The first one. His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all flesh and bone above her jawline was essentially minced away. That was the girl. The second girl. Well, the first girl, rather. So Ayumi is in the body of the second girl, with my blindfold removed. The sight that appeared before me was more horrific than anything I could possibly have imagined. The person staring back at me, brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. It was a little girl, her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. The girl in the red dress! She was staring intently at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling. Fuck! Well, I didn't see this coming. She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again. The sound kept echoing through the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thorough, blood-soaked blades and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. How? Why? Why is it you? The third victim was stabbed in the left eye an indeterminate number of times until her eyeball became soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in the horrible agony. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking even to me, and makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster. So she... First of all, whoa. didn't expect the kid to be a part of it. I thought it was going to be like the principal or something. So woo. So she slowly murdered these children, and only after their death did she remove their tongues. But why did she remove their tongues? Why was that important? Why was that necessary? You already killed them. Why did you have to remove their tongues? So they couldn't talk? I don't know. It's weird. And bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. Yeah, bullshit, she did it. But it was through her tearful, frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yanagihori was officially charged. Now, going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing. Therefore, it comes to no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That's to be expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find. It's as if it simply never existed. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possible explanations, and I remind you, this is mere conjecture. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagihori really the murderer of the 3 victims? I knew he couldn't have. I felt like he didn't do it, but I didn't know his part. Now I know his part. He probably helped tie them up and kidnap them. But I was right about him not being able to say he did or didn't do it because he can't talk. Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. And despite his childlike reversion, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man would commit these unconscionable atrocities. So the principal's son tied them up. I don't know why he would do that. So they couldn't tell the kids who were trapped in Heavenly Host Elementary who the real killer was. I guess not. He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it. Then again, he may have simply lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around the same time that Principal Takamine Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in a most peculiar way? What? Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls, as if possessed. He seemed frightened of someone that would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing when visitors came by. What? Why? If he could wind up in such a belligerent state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son. I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. From the time it opened its doors to the day it closed them forever, Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as some form of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years. I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down but demolished altogether, and another school built in its place, it's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. But my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now.
次回の連載にてお伝えしたいと思う。楽しみにお待ちいただきたい。
Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be 7/22/2003. I didn't even finish reading that sentence and it just... God damn. Holy crap! These chapters get longer and longer. My god. Well, I'm glad it's Friday. Wow. I'm kind of speechless. It might be. Oh my god. I'm so tired. Like, I'm still trying to absorb everything that was told to me. So, let's recap for a moment. This is a lot of information to take in. I didn't think the killer would be one of the kids. I thought more likely that it was going to be the principal. And that he blamed his son. I thought that was more likely what was really going to happen. So why did the girl have to kill? Like, I don't understand the motive of the girl. That was also really bizarre to think about. That the girl did it the whole time. That was a huge what the fuck moment. Oh god. So this is the final chapter. Yes, she is clearly a psychopath. My god. Well, yeah. What a terrible way to die. Terrible, awful way to die. And I have no idea. I guess that's what chapter 5 will be, is finding out the true motive of why this girl, Sachiko, killed everybody. But that's interesting. I wonder what part she had in her reasoning. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and it's like 1:30 in the morning and I'm super duper tired. I gotta get up early. And I hope to finish this next week. The week of, well, the first week of October. So if you're watching this later, it's probably already done, but I don't know, but like you guys said, it might be a 2-part stream because these are getting pretty long. They're getting to be like 4 hours long. And yeah. The kids were more upset about losing their tongues than anything else. I know, it was weird. They seemed like, you know, give me back my tongues. I don't know if they wanted their tongues so they could talk about what happened. I also don't know if she killed everybody, then who killed her? You know what I mean? Like, why did this all happen? Because if she's the purpose of all of these nexuses and trapping these souls and killing these kids, then what was her demise? How did she die? Who killed her? Who found out what happened? Someone had to have been on the lead. Maybe this person that we read this note from, and maybe she was terminated because of it. Like, something had to have happened, and the fact that there's no records on her, there's nothing, that's a little also, like, weird. It's like they just disappear off the face of the earth. I'm not sure. And why was everybody... Why was that the principal's son? Why did he help her? Did he not know what he was doing? Was he forced? Was he threatened? Oh! Thank you, Naho Sainoki. Welcome to the cat family. Oh, man. We've got we've gotten a cult professional as part of the cat family now. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned next stream for either the 2-part finale of Corpse Party, or 3 or 4. I don't know how many parts it'll be. But we will be wrapping this up. We're near the end. We're going to be beginning chapter 5 next time. So thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. So take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, night, day, whatever time you're watching this. And yeah, I'm tired. Bye-bye, everyone.